What's up, guys? So when I left you last, we did not have a time or date picker, so we're gonna fix that right now. We're gonna add it right here. So we come over here, found this small little library that looks like it'll do what we want, and it looks pretty nice. Here you can see the demo of it, and it switches before Android and iOS. So we're just gonna copy that, and we're just gonna come to our project, do yarn add, then add that library, and then notice how this is working. Is it has a state here, and then basically a button that toggles whether it's off or on. And that's kind of how we're going to do it too, but notice how we are in a pure function here. So we actually cannot, basically we can't do that. We need to create basically a little component here, which I guess we can make in components, which we will call DatePicker, which we can then use inside of that. And then our DatePicker is basically going to copy and paste this. So copy that, but instead we really would like a button. And let's just see, what are we getting errors from? Unexpected dangling underscore. Oh, because this is using underscores. So let's remove these underscores because they're really not necessary. Okay, now render's getting an error. Let's see what we'll call this component DatePicker. Unexpected space. Oh, okay. So now we have this little function we're going to use. This we're not done with this, but we're going to leave it for now. And then in our view auction, what we're going to do, not our view action, our auction form, can move that. So we're going to come down here. We're going to import DatePicker from go up 1, go up 2 components. DatePicker, and then we can copy that. Don't need last here. The name of this field is going to be date. Don't need a placeholder, don't need that. And then this is going to be date field. So we need to make a new one of these. Copy that. This is going to be date field. And then you can keep that, can keep that. We don't need that. Don't need that. All right. And then the only thing we're really putting here is we're going to call DatePicker, and then on date change, it's going to pass in a new date, and we call on change, and we set that date. Okay. There we go. So the date field, what it does is it renders a date picker, which is what we're going to make, and then we need to actually add this prop. We're passing in a prop on date change, which we basically need to do here, which is a callback that we're going to call a date picker, and then pass the date so it can then do stuff. All right, this looks pretty good. I don't think we're going to need to really worry about errors. So I'll get that off for now. So now we just need to work on what this date picker actually looks like. And come here, you can copy some native base styles. What we want is that button. I think that's actually, maybe that's all we want. It's a button. come down here, copy this button. And our button will go here. And our date picker will go inside of here maybe? That's fine. Okay, we have our button, then we have a date picker, and this all needs to be in a view. Alright, so let's fix this all up. We don't need text, we don't need that. Actually, we do need, yeah, we don't need that. We get text. Is text from native base? Let's see. Yes, we do. Okay. There we are. That's looking good. Now let's fix why we're getting errors here. So that should be lining up there. Push those all over. And why are we getting an error here? Unexpected indentation. Oh, it just needs to be over a little bit more. There we go. Look good? No, it doesn't. I don't know why this is messed up. Now it's okay. It doesn't like it. Why doesn't it like this indentation? Expected indentation of 6 space character, but found 8. I mean, we can just. I think my editor is like picking up how the spacing is on something else, on how it was before. Okay. That looks good. Can move this over. We don't need, I don't think we need any style. Yeah, I don't think we do. Block is fine. And then when we press the button, when we press this button is what's going to toggle the visibility of this. And I don't know why that should be over a little bit. Okay, so show, okay, this looks pretty good. So we on press we'll call show date time picker. Just call that. And we don't need any text. Oh, yes we do. Text here is going to be select date. Alright, let's see what that looks like. So open up our form. Enter form, and we're getting an error. So there's something wrong here. Let's try opening this again. Okay, so we have something definitely wrong. When this happens, let's make sure, okay, the library installed correctly. When this happens, I just like to basically get rid of stuff. So remove that, so now all we have is a button. Okay, still an error. That's fine. Date field, date picker. Hopefully that's the right path. Request create option. I think what I want to do is I want to change how the route works and just make this the initial route. So we'll go there first. We're loading uncaught. Okay, that's not great. That's not going to help us debug. I thought it might. Okay, so date picker, date time picker. Is it because we're not exporting? Nope, we're exporting. We don't need that. I mean, okay, so the problem is this date field is messed up. So when I remove that right, it does work. Is that right? Unexpected token. Okay. So the problem is with our date picker. So the first thing I want to do is now all we're going to return is text. Hello. Okay, we can comment all this stuff out. All right, refresh. All right, hello renders okay. And now I'm gonna uncomment that. Refresh. Still works. And so I like to just like keep doing these things until basically something works. I slowly add it and then I can see what is causing the problem. So now we'll just render the date time picker. Yep, and that looks like it's the problem. Oh, we just need to add what confirm is. So on confirm on cancel. Okay. So we just need to notice how I was complaining about those there. Just added those two functions. Alright, awesome. So it looks like it's there. Now switch these to what they should be. This should be handle date picked. And on cancel, we actually don't really want to do anything, do we? I guess we want to hide it. This dot hide date time picker. This will be this dot on confirm date, or we can just call handle date picked. Refresh. And that's where our problem is, right here. And this will be an easy fix. Pass the data in like that. Is that all it was? Nope, we're still getting a problem. So on confirm, we call handle date picker, which calls hide, which triggers it. Huh. Okay, it's having a problem with this handle date picked. Like this was working fine. Or maybe it's on cancel. Maybe it doesn't like the on cancel one. Yep, looks like it's on cancel. Alright, so we want to do nothing on cancel. Cool. Okay, so it was on cancel is throwing us an error for some reason. So handle date picked. Alright, cool. So on cancel is just getting repeatedly called. Now we can uncomment this. Oh, okay, so for whatever reason my editor is not uncommenting it. And we can change put you here. Alright. Refresh. And we still have an error. So what happens if I comment that guy out? Okay, that guy's not calling it. It doesn't like... Okay, we're gonna remove the on press of the button, maybe. Okay, so for whatever reason, the button was being infinitely clicked or something. So, and okay. Refresh. Okay, we're now getting it rendered. That was very odd. I'm not sure why it was happening at all. So we're going to start slow because stuff seems to be crapping out. Clicked. So now when I click this button, we see clicked here. Awesome. But what we'd really like to do is say this.setState and say is date time picker visible? True. Then where do I set visibility? Is visible. So okay, let's go one step at a time, make sure that doesn't mess anything up. And it did. Why is that causing a problem? Just adding an on press to this button is just messing it up. I'm curious if it's because it's inside of a Redux form field. This thing is not even being called. Huh. This is very odd. Then what we might do is just get the date picker values separately. Okay, so the button is just being spammed clicked or something. Maybe it doesn't like. I honestly don't know what it's having a problem with. Let's try setting the visibility. Okay, now if I refresh, okay, it doesn't cause any problems. I wonder if it doesn't like the view. What if we did a content? We can grab content from native base. Say goodbye to view. Okay, refresh, make sure that doesn't mess anything up. Awesome, it doesn't. All right, come back and let's try doing an on press again because we need the on press here. And we'll just put a dummy value. Okay, cool. I think maybe it just needed to have content there. So on press, we want to just call this dot show date time picker. Refresh. Yes, it worked. All right, and then on cancel, call this dot hide. Okay, it looks like the problem was I was using view instead of content, which was literally exploding the app. All right, can pick it. Date, hit confirm. A date has been picked. Very nice. Very nice. The spacing looks very odd on this. We can worry about that later, I guess. Okay. So, how do I toggle between whether it's a time and whether it's a date? Display calendar. By default, it's a calendar. I want to do it for both iOS and Android though. Oh, I'm blind. Oh, there's a bow? Date time, huh? That would be amazing. So let's see what this looks like. This might be the perfect combination of what we wanted. Yes, this is exactly what we wanted. and it brings us back a datetime. All right, that is exactly what I wanted. All right. So now to continue on with this, I would like to show the date here. So we will show this as a string. We'll create a state called selected date is equal to an empty string, and I'll say selected date this dot state dot selected date. If it exists, then we'll show it. Else we'll show selected date. And cool, shows that. And then here what we can say is we can hide the date picker and then set state, and then selected date is equal to date. So just spacing. There we go. Let's refresh that. So now when I select a date, confirm objects are not valid. So basically we just need to convert this to a string. Select my date. Awesome, but we'd like to format this. So JavaScript DateFormat. And see if we can find the formatter. It doesn't show how to format it. It just says what it takes. See if the Stack Overflow can help us out. Okay, we can do get date, looks like. And that'll give us the day, get month, get full year. Okay. Let's see what get date gives us. Is that right? Yep. Okay, gives us 1. So this should give us 2. So that gives us the day. We could use, I guess we could use moment for this. Why don't we just use moment? So moment.js is what we used for to format dates on the other side, so I guess we could just format it here as well. And yeah, this is actually exactly what we want to happen. This is exactly actually what we'd like it to look like. Cool. Copy that. And then we just pass in our date object. And we just need to import moment. Okay. Select our date, confirm, May 1st, 2017, 4:37:27 p.m. Very nice. So now the only other thing I really want to do is we can call our callback on date change. This.props.onDateChange, and then we can pass in our date. So const mDate is equal to a moment date. So for our database, we're going to need this in ISO format. So I'm thinking we just format it for ourselves right here. So See if there's an ISO format. Moment format ISO. Format with no parameters does it by default. Awesome. So actually just this. Okay, so we're calling this props on date change and we're passing in format. That's going to go to this function right here. And notice how we call an on change. And what this is doing is this allows us to basically update the Redux form. So now here, date. We can just do this exact thing. Do date. Date is required. Then here, you can console.log date. So now when I submit something with a date, so an apple, select date, then submit, and notice how we have this nice date object here of what we selected. Awesome. So the only thing I really want to do is add some spacing here so this doesn't look super awful. And then I think we're pretty much ready to like just send this off to the server. So let's copy the margin we did there. Margin top. So I think margin top we want to just give it like maybe a 10. Margin right, margin left, 10 as well. See what that looks like. That looks pretty good. I don't know why it. See how there's a little extra space here but not space here? I wonder if it's because I'm using item last is adding something odd. No, it's not that. So we can keep that, I guess. Go back to, I wonder if it's content adding this weird spacing. I don't know why the spacing is there and I don't like it. I guess we can just say margin right, or sorry, not right, left, and not add a margin on the left because for whatever reason there's already what looks like one. Yep. Oh, it looks like there's like a default one. Looks like it might be like 15 though. And then we can also do, should we add a margin on the bottom? Yeah, let's do margin bottom 10. See how that looks. That's looking pretty decent. Alright, I think we'll leave it as that. So our form is looking quite nice. Pick a date. And we can see it print out. When we submit, we can see it print out. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to leave this for now. And then in the next video, what we'll do is, oh, it doesn't like the comma. In the next video, we will actually, when we hit the submit button, we'll submit it and save it to the server.